every race, especially Caucasian people, need to be protecting black women at all times. African American women, melanated women. This isn't going to be a long video. And I know this is, straying away from what I usually talk about, astrology, but even that ties in together with what I'm talking about right now. Because this is real shit. This is down to earth motherfucking shit. This is shit that we don't have to know astrology. We don't have to know metaphysics or any of that shit and everything. This is something that we can just tune into with just our own basic human instincts and everything. Now, black women are the source of all creation. The matriarchal concept. And you don't got to go into a book, and you don't have to be a historian to figure out that our DNA and everything that came to fruition in existence, whether it's civilization, whether it's mathematics, whether it's science, whether it's architecture, I think I already said that, whether it's, traveling, circumnavigating the world, having the precise intelligence to be able to pinpoint certain things on the location and be able to align pyramids and motherfucking all over the world too, because melanated people didn't just originate just in Africa, even though that is where the origin starts. It spreads out into the whole continent. This is why you have black Australians with the blonde curly hair, you know what I'm saying, with pure melanin, you know what I'm saying, not no watered down, whitened down version of it or anything like that. So, saying all that to say is what I'm saying is the woman is always going to be first. The woman is always going to be the source cellularly, genetically, and spiritually, where we all evolve from, the feminine principle. Then comes the masculine principle. And, this plays out in every race and every shade color, every ethnicity. And this isn't even a disrespect to any other race of women and everything. Women in general are important to this world. But especially melanated women. That's the source. You have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Based upon European ideologies, white supremacy, programming via media, via news, via television, all across the world and everything based upon an implemented system. It now gives people the impression, especially Caucasians, it gives Caucasians the impression that because they see themselves based upon white supremacy, since white supremacy pushes off this projection of white superiority, and that trickles down, from childhood, children, Caucasian children, melanated children see this shit too. So then that creates that psychological downfall and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then it gives this more esteem to Caucasian. This is why Caucasians get very sensitive when you start to talk, because since they've never been told otherwise that they're anything other than just perfect and everything like that, or based upon their rank in society and everything like that, the minute you don't even have to be aggressive or anything like that. You could just simply be like, well, did you know that, based upon white privilege and everything, that, there's more of a chance, and Caucasians will get mad for no fucking reason. But anyway, that's besides the point. Well, that's not besides the point. That's part of the whole issue and everything. But when it comes to protecting black women, you know what I'm saying, African American melanated women, every race, especially Caucasians, need to respect. I don't got to tell melanated men to protect the women, because that's already, the forefront, you know what I'm saying. That's not my place to project that energy. I'm talking to people who look like myself, because based on history, based upon genetics and shit like that, and subconscious programming from years and years and years and years of all this shit going on, where you just automatically believe that that we're better than anybody else and everything. So black women are the most disrespected people on the planet based upon white supremacy's expectations of black women and the things that are programmed via music, television, reality TV and everything like that, the quote-unquote ratchet vibration and everything that gets spewed into, the radio waves and the sound waves and the television waves that, these Caucasians are making massive money off of this shit and everything. I'm no scholar. I don't know all the statistics and, you know, who does who and how it does it, or like, and everything like that. But you'd have to be living under a rock to not think that this shit is going on around you, especially the age, the internet Aquarian age that we live in right now. All this shit is access to you. So you literally are being very ignorant if you think that this shit isn't happening before your very eyes and everything. Black people getting stripped of their religion, their identity, their dignity, based upon a group of people being insecure about them own motherfucking selves because they can't build shit. Because, and it ain't even that. And see, I wasn't there back in the day. I'm not saying that anyone had the capacity. The Greeks went to the Egyptians. There were some Greeks that genuinely wanted to learn from the Egyptians, but Greek government, the Greek whatever the fuck they had going on, they killed these philosophers and everything. So, you know, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? There's still this deep-rooted hatred that trickles back from, you know, very deep-rooted. More than just a dick swinging contest, I'll tell you that. Very deep-rooted. I don't even know the answers to that. But, you know, black women, black people, period, need to be protected and on the pedestal at all times. Every other race, we respect every other race, but we got to look at the bigger picture of what's going on. And yes, there is a bigger picture of we're being divided based upon class, based upon ideologies and everything like that, but racism is so deeply rooted that, you know, you'd have to be living under a rock not to notice that that's big issue and big, you know, target of most of these problems and everything. Now, as far as rectifying this shit, there's different astrological aspects that we can look to combine that and combine the real world and be able to, you know, put it together so we can rectify these energies. Now, you got the Great Conjunction going on in the sign of Aquarius. So this is actually, you know, starting the Aquarian age for real. And then you also in February, which is what, you know, Caucasians deemed as Black History Month, when really Black history is history as a whole. There wouldn't be no history if it wasn't for melanated people. That's what people don't fucking understand. So it's disrespectful as shit to fucking dedicate a whole month. And I don't know if this is true, but maybe that has something to do with Abraham Lincoln and shit like that, and freeing the slaves. And he wasn't 100% all the way pure with the situation. That had everything to do with like government laws and shit like that, and every pressure and everything. That there ain't no telling if that came from a genuine place. So it's disrespectful as shit to dedicate just 1 month, and the shortest month for that matter of the year, to melanated people. When melanated people created the motherfucking country, that were here first, before people who look like me even came onto the scene. But getting back into the astrological aspect of it, we got all this energy going on in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of revolution, of, you know, hurtling forward towards a new way of being able to come together and work as a group and everything. So, if you are with the shit, if you want to actually see melanated people, Black African American people succeed in this motherfucking world and just have a sense of fucking like right morals in your space, this is the perfect time to do it. And I'm not saying, and you shouldn't have to wait for a fucking alignment to motherfucking jump into this kind of energy. But at the same time, another thing you have to keep in mind is that the energy is there, period. And it better late to know that shit than just be ignorant the whole way through. So that comes along. And then in February, there's going to be a bunch of planets in Aquarius. The moon, the sun. There's a new moon in February in Aquarius. The sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. The damn near whole zodiac is going to be in the sign of Aquarius. There's going to be some changes. There really is going to be some changes. I wish right now I was in a position where I could use white privilege, because white privilege is a real thing. It's implemented, you know, these government loopholes work through this shit to where I can, you know, make a big change right now. Now I got to work to that point. But this Aquarian energy, this is the real start of the age of Aquarius. So we're definitely going to be seeing more energy put into restoring this shit and having us just live as normal motherfucking humans and everything like that. Motherfucking, just because Just because you insecure about your own motherfucking self and you see another group of people who succeeded based upon history thousands and millions of fucking years ago, creating shit that you wish that you could create, instead of just coming to them and just being civil and being like, hey, listen, we want to learn this too. We want to coexist with you too. Your jealousy got the best of you and you wanted to conquer and pillage the whole motherfucking world. But that shit's coming to a change. And I love y'all, family. I love you, soul group. I'm going to go ahead and post this up, and I'm going to catch y'all later. More videos coming soon. Peace.